everybody, I'm Teresa from Cuppa Tea Quilting here in Priest River, Idaho. We're located on US Highway 2 in Priest River, right next to the only grocery store in town. So we have lots of nice parking, and come on in and take a look. As soon as you enter the shop, we have a classroom to the left. This is where we gather and have classes and clubs, and there's mystery clubs going on. There's all kinds of fun stuff. We have tapestries along the walls that are a good tool for people to learn to long arm quilt. And we call this our creative space. And then in the hallway, this is the tea room area, kind of like a gallery. When the girls or guys are here for the class, they will go and get lunch and come back and sit at the table and all eat together and have a good creative time gathering and talking about quilting, all that kind of fun stuff. We've got lots of free spirit fabric over here. This is the land art line of fabric that's been very popular. We have some Cafe batiks here on sale for the Maskapalooza. And then into the retail space, we have more tapestries. All of the tapestries are $25. They are polyester, a peach skin polyester, and so they're really soft and silky when they're quilted. And we'll see along the walls that I have more tapestries. Those are samples from different classes we have. This is the notions wall. We have Aurifil thread and glide thread. And this is our new cozy nook where we have fleece and baby flannel and woolly flannel, minky, cuddle, anything soft and cozy. Of course, the flannel Nomi just came in this week, and we have that line from Henry Glass. Flannel is very popular all year long. That's more of the Henry Glass flannel right here. Brand new into the shop, and these are some of the panels. And we kind of go into the Free Spirit section. We've got some Free Spirit solids. We have a quilt and a fun book. This is a class that we're going to have coming up. I thought it would be a fun kids class for these 2.5-inch squares. Something fun and easy to do. So there is the book cover, notebook cover for kids hopefully going back to school in the fall. That's what it looks like before the book is in there. But we have Free Spirit solids. We have around the other side of this table, we have some Tula Pink 1-yard cuts. We have a fish kit. This is done by my son, that's 12. Around this corner, we have some more Free Spirit layer cakes and a quilt sample that I made up with the Karma cotton. We have our patriotic section over here with some Henry Glass, and this is a sample. This is a free quilt pattern that I gave out when I moved to the shop in November. So I will be 2 years in November. The first time I was in Newport, Washington, and now we are here in Priest River, Idaho. But patriotic, we do a lot with Quilt of Valor and patriotic things. We have some Australian fabric. We have some Kim Deal, Henry Glass, kind of vintage look. I don't really know what you call that. Blacks and grays, and organized by color samples over here. Up on the wall up there, we have some of the Garden Delight by Free Spirit. Sold out of that panel pretty quick, but there's a new one that is coming. And of course we have milling. We are an APQS mini store, so I rent out the long arm. People can come and quilt their own projects, or I quilt for others. Up on the wall, you'll see a lot of the tapestries I was mentioning earlier. that those are good tools for people to learn to long arm. It's basically a big panel and you are just tracing along, and it's a lot of fun and a quick way to get a baby quilt done. You know, what baby would not want to be on a grizzly bear quilt? That quilt has become pretty famous. He was featured in the APQS in their magazine. We, of course, right below the grizzly is all of the new Tula Pink True Colors line, and what I have left of the homemade line. We have fat quarters, we've got some pre-cuts. Down below is all of the 108 wide. And on to the right is the color wall, mostly shadow play. There's jot dot in there as well, some fractures. We have our spool of batiks that are very popular. We have a new, I'll give you time to spool around the batiks. And over this direction, we have the Stoff, I don't know if I'm saying it right, could be Stoff, fabric line from Denmark. And I made up a kit for that, and it's called the Astrodelic. So there is a pattern and kit already cut up for you for that, but this is the line. Just beautiful, nice quality feel to that fabric. That's one of my favorites. And then we'll take you into the tea room where you can see that we have a local designer that makes pot holders and tea towels, and patterns for those are here. We have some Laura Hine. We have some of her fabric as well from Free Spirit, the teapots. And then it takes you back into the classroom area. So this is Cuppa Tea Quilting. So I will get, oh, of course I forgot the paper that I printed out. Here it is. We'll let Ashton zoom on that. So these are our hours. Like I said, right off Highway 2 and Priest River. I do have a new sign out there now. It's a red and white barn quilt sign that you can recognize when you come in. And people go to the grocery store and they're like, "Oh, honey, look, there's a quilt shop." And then they stop in and find me. So thank you very much. Hopefully you stop by. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. And you can find me at cuppateaquilting.com.